Good evening. I'm Abhushan Gautam. Let's begin with the top stories this hour. President Yadav calls for national unity in aftermath of the earthquake to rebuild Nepal. Government to mute Republic Day celebrations with due respect to the ongoing crisis. Preparation underway to reopen schools on Sunday. Government requests parents to inspect school buildings before sending their children. Hospitals in India struggle to cope up with an influx of victims of blistering heat wave. Death toll crosses 1,500. And international cricket bodies freeze funding worth 100 million rupees to Cricket Association of Nepal for failing to hold the annual General Assembly.
राष्ट्र बिल्डर सिमेन्ट हरेक कणले बोकेको छ मजबुत शक्ति अन्य विदेशी सिमेन्ट भन्दा मजबुत विजय सिमेन्टको ओपीसी मास्टर बिल्डर सिमेन्ट बिल्डिङ योर फ्युचर.
President Ramcharan Yadav has urged everyone to apply restraint and unite during this time of national crisis. Addressing the people of Nepal on the eve of the Republic Day, President Yadav urged everyone to muster courage and face the natural calamity. He has also wished for a speedy recovery for all earthquake victims. In the video message, President Yadav said that the absence of a national charter would ring the most during the reconstruction phase. He said that both reconstruction works and constitution writing should move ahead together. President Yadav said that weak political structure, lack of clear provisions in the interim constitution, and the absence of local government bodies had weakened the government's relief efforts. He said that the issue of local elections must not be sidelined in any pretext in the near future. He also thanked all quarters involved in the rescue and relief operations of the earthquake victims. The government has decided to defer the annual honorary titles conferred on Republic Day tomorrow with due respect to the ongoing crisis in the country. The Cabinet announced the decision during a meeting held in Balatar today. The Cabinet has announced a conference for foreign donor agencies on the 25th of June in Kathmandu to discuss reconstruction. An organizing committee led by Finance Minister Ram Charan Math has been formed for the purpose. According to the government, 10,220 million rupees has been deposited in the Prime Minister's Relief Fund so far, out of which 8,400 million rupees has been piped out to the Home Ministry. Similarly, 1,820 million rupees is in reserve. The Ministerial Council has appointed Manisha Koirala, Madan Krishna Shrestha and Haribangsa Acharya as ambassadors for the PM Relief Fund. The government has also directed the concerned ministries to facilitate the distribution of corrugated iron sheets to the quake-affected districts. The meeting today also amended the directive for deployment of health workers in crisis zones. Similarly, it also decided the family of Pooja Shah in concern with the rape case in Bara be provided 600,000 rupees in compensation. The meeting appointed Dilip Raj Regmi as the Director of Central Investigation Bureau. Sanjeev Gautam was appointed the Managing Director of Civil Aviation Authority and Sugat Ratnakansakar as General Manager of Nepal Airlines Corporation. The meeting also decided to send a proposal to the President on granting amnesty to some people serving time in prison. The meeting has also decided to honor exceptional people involved in the earthquake's relief and rescue efforts. Meanwhile, Unified Maoist Chairman Pushpakamal Dahal has said that the current day need is a national consensus and unity rather than a national government. He made such a remark while handing over medicines and medical equipment provided by an American company to Dhulikhel Hospital today. Dahal said that parties must not indulge in power games in the pretext of national government at a time of crisis. He added that even all citizens should unite for crisis management. Now, many insurance holders whose houses were damaged by the earthquake have failed to receive their home insurance amounts. The holders have accused the insurance companies of dilly-dallying. However, insurance companies have said that the problem was due to delay in arrival of the surveyor's report. There are collectively 26 life and property insurance companies in Nepal. Out of them, 16 are property insurance companies. Due to the recent earthquake, there has been a growing demand for property insurance claims. According to the National Insurance Committee, 16 companies have received more than 12,000 claims on homes, shops and vehicles. Although the exact figures are yet to arrive, insurance companies have estimated that the insurance claim may well cross 20 billion rupees in total. Despite a month after the earthquake, the companies have failed to begin the claim process. They have said that they have begun the process and already provided insurance amounts to 400 people. The companies have said that the delay in the arrival of survey's report had prevented them from attending to the claims. Meanwhile, the National Insurance Committee, which oversees these companies, is mum on the matter. Some insurance companies out of the total 26 have already received the surveyor's report, while some companies with foreign investment do not require the report to meet the claims. However, many insurance holders have been left in a lurch as they have not been provided the insurance amounts they were promised. The number of insurance holders in Nepal has gone up. In this context, we had asked people to comment on the service being provided by the insurance companies. Before we take a short break, let's have a look at what they had to say.
जनताको आवाज brought to you by First Stop in A-Level.
काहीँ छोयो भने बिमा आज कामलाई भोलि भन्ने पर्सि आइज भन्ने उनीहरु धेरै कुराहरु दुःख दिने जनतालाई झलाउने गर्ने काम चाहिँ गरेछ उनीहरुले पनि।
अब यो भैँचालोको यो आपत्ति पर्दाखेरि यस्तो समस्या पर्दाखेरि कुनै सहायता र हामीले चाहिँ केही आधार पाछ।
बिमामा पनि हजुरको 10,000 भन्दा तलको जस्तै बिललाई नलिने देखि लिएर अलिकति राम्रोसित उनीहरुको जुन एग्रीमेन्ट छ त्यो अनुसार कारबाही भएको कार्यान्वयन भए जस्तो मलाई लाग्दैन।
ज्यानको धनजनको क्षति भयो त्यसको चाहिँ ग्यारेन्टी चाहिँ नलिने किसिमको कुरा आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ इन्स्योरेन्स चाहिँ एक किसिमको ठगी प्रविधि हो कि जस्तो चाहिँ हामीलाई फिलिङ भइरहेछ।
पर्नेहरूलाई चाहिँ समस्याहरू देखिरहेछ क्या इन्स्योरेन्स कम्पनीहरू कति भाग दिने कतिले चाहिँ जालजेल गरेर डकुमेन्ट पुगेन यो पुगेन त्यो रिक्वायरमेन्टहरू धेरै रिक्वायरमेन्टहरू बनाइदिने
उनीहरुले त्यो जाँचबुझ गरेर चाहिँ त्यसको क्षतिपूर्ति उनीहरुले चाहिँ गर्दै राम्रो हुन्थ्यो क्या। जस्तो पुलिस रिपोर्टमा दुनिया जोड्ने फोटो लिने दुनिया गर्ने भन्दा
पीडितहरू छन् नि उनीहरूलाई तुरुन्तै गरिदिनु पर्यो। अब कागजपत्रहरू पनि कहाँ छ के छ थाहा छैन उहाँहरूको। अब त्यो उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ सहज तरिकाले कसरी हुन्छ मिलाइदिनु पर्यो।
चेतना हुनु पर्यो मानिसमा। बिमाको क्लेम के बिना के कभर्स गर्छ?
बिमाले त अब तपाईको दिदैन हजुर हामीलाई हैन। पावरफुल छ भने मान्छे छ भने मात्र दिन्छ, हैन भने बिमाले हेर्दैन।
Open schools nationwide on Sunday. The Education Ministry has requested parents to check school buildings before sending the children to school. The government has also directed the schools to get their buildings checked by technical personnel before resuming operations. The Education Ministry has said that the school buildings that have not been checked by experts may not resume operation. According to the District Education Office, there are 300 community schools and 453 schools in Lalitpur alone. Out of them, 300 private ones have been checked by experts. Out of the 1,000 schools in Kathmandu, 600 have been examined. In Bhaktapur, all the private and community schools are to be examined by Friday. The Education Ministry has requested that schools that have not been examined should not make a rush to resume classes. The Ministry is of the opinion that if school buildings have been completely destroyed and they have no space to put up temporary sheds, they would do better to wait. Some schools have also said that they would need more time to pull down the damaged buildings and build temporary shelter. The Ministry has said that the parents can bring their own set of engineers to check the school buildings if they desire. Some parents have been checking the school buildings their children go to ensure their safety. The Ministry has requested that counseling should be provided to students before teaching can be continued. Now, according to the Health Ministry, among the earthquake injured receiving medical treatment in various hospitals, more than 200 have suffered spinal injuries. Such injuries could lead to physical disability and could limit a person to a wheelchair for their entire life. Patients and medical practitioners have said that such cases need to be handled with special care. Hasti Thami of Dolakha has been waiting at the National Trauma Center for the past 1 month with her infant daughter and ill husband. She has no idea about the condition of her in-laws, other children or cattle. Her husband, Nande Thami, cannot move properly. The couple have no clue that Nande has spinal injury. The case is the same for many others who have undergone surgery for spinal injury. In some cases, spinal cord injury patients do not recover from their injury. The government has set up health camps in 6 places targeting these patients. However, nobody knows how long the camps will be in place. Since spinal cord injuries, patients need physical, emotional and financial support throughout their lives, stakeholders have requested the government to introduce a special program for their treatment. The government has been providing 100,000 rupees for surgery to such patients. People in Orang village, located in remote northern Dolakha, have been risking their lives while coming all the way to Singati Bazaar to collect relief materials. Orang village, with a total of 575 households, have just received 33 sacks of rice in the name of relief assistance. People in this war-ravaged remote northern Dolakha have been hit by acute food shortage. They also lack shelter to protect themselves. These locals from Orang had to combat life-threatening landslides while walking for an entire day to reach Singati Bazaar. The Orang village is currently at high risk of landslide, but much of the arable land has developed wide cracks. Even as locals complain that the government has remained blind to their suffering, the authority is saying that plans are afoot to relocate them to a safer place. There are 14 other VDCs in remote parts of northern Dolakha that share a similar plight. Nepal Army personnel have been trying to blast the natural dam formed by landslides in Kaligandaki River. A landslide on Saturday night at Ramche had buried the Baisari road. Kaligandaki River had been blocked for 16 hours following it. The lake is still 34 meters deep and 200 meters long. The volume of water accumulated in it is 200 meters. The lake has damaged a kilometer of the Beni Jomsom road. Roads have been disrupted, because of which supplies to 12 VDCs of Nyakvi and Mustang have also been obstructed. The Road Division Office of Baglung has said that if the required equipment is available, the reconstruction would resume in a month. Hospitals are struggling in India to cope up with an influx of victims of a blistering heat wave that has claimed more than 1,500 lives in just over a week. Hundreds of people, mainly from the poorest sections of society, died at the height of summer. But this year's figures are unusually high. In Andhra Pradesh, by far the worst hit state, more than 1,000 people have died since May 18th. It makes up for more than double the number of heat-related deaths for the whole of last year. Similarly, in neighboring Telangana state, where temperatures hit 48 degrees Celsius over the weekend, 340 people have died from the heat recently, compared to 31 in the whole of last year. The surge in demand for electricity from air conditioners led to power cuts in various parts of Delhi, further adding to the misery of residents of the capital. The grip of heat wave, though, seemed to have loosened slightly over Delhi, where the mercury dropped for the first time in days, coming to rest at 41 degrees Celsius from 44 degrees and above. The temperature is hovering between 45 and 47 in Rajasthan and Odisha. Sweltering conditions also prevail in Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Punjab, Madhya Pradesh and West Bengal, with the temperature hovering around 45 degrees Celsius. In a similar calamity in 1995, over 1,600 people had died in India. It is speculated that the death toll could rise above that record this time. Time now for yet another short break. For more news, stay with us. It has been months since the farmers in Sarlahi sold their sugarcane harvest to sugar mills. However, they have still not received any payment and have started demonstrating. Although the government set the price of sugarcane for the ongoing fiscal year 2 months ago, sugar mills have still not released the payment to the farmers. The farmers have now formed a joint struggle committee and started demonstrating against the industries in demand for their money. They said that they have been compelled to protest since the industries had been making all kinds of excuses and not giving them the payment. On the 26th of March, the government had set the price of sugarcane to 461 rupees per quintal. However, the farmers have still not received their payment. And time now for the sport update.
News brought to you by Xavier International Montessori School, Kalapul, Kathmandu. Trusted name in flooring and furnishing, Halesi Decor, Chaba Hill. Pran Litchi Drink, Pran Potato Cracker, Noble Academy Higher Secondary School, New Baneshwar, Kathmandu. Bridge Cement, solid cement libansa, solid ghar.
The International Cricket Council, ICC, and Asian Cricket Council have frozen their funding worth 100 million rupees to Cricket Association of Nepal, saying that it had failed to conduct the annual General Assembly on time. Cricket Association of Nepal, CAN, was supposed to organize the General Assembly every year in line with the ICC regulations. But the National Cricket Governing Body has failed to hold it in the last 1.5 years. Due to this, ICC has cut off the 15 million rupee fund allocated for the last 3 months, which includes 20 million rupees for high performance. Similarly, the Asian Cricket Council has also put on hold the 50 million rupee development budget for CAN. Now, CAN depends on ACC development budget for much of its internal works. The latest budget freeze has directly affected the ongoing construction works at the Mulpani Cricket Stadium. CAN has been dragged into controversy repeatedly in the past for failing to meet ICC standards. The ICC had previously slapped a fine of 8.4 million rupees on CAN for failing to furnish its audit report. The last time CAN held General Assembly was in early 2014. The body has been running without a finance manager for the last 2 weeks. And it's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where USMS asks for the opinion.
Brought to you by Nepalaya High Secondary School, Kalanki, Kathmandu, Campion Kathmandu School, Gahana Pokhari, Kathmandu, Rivera International Academy, Chabahil, Kathmandu.
But before that, let's take a look at the results from yesterday's polls. Yesterday we had asked you what should be done to prevent inedible items from being distributed to the earthquake victims. And here's a snapshot of the results. 1% voted for option A, test. 98% voted for option B, monitoring. And 1% also voted for option C, active local administration. And on today's question, what would you say to the International Cricket Council slashing funds because Cricket Association of Nepal has not held a General Assembly? Options are A, inept office bearers, and B, result of groupism. When the voting is on, type NEWS, select option A or B, and send it to 8080 to share your opinion with us. The Union of European Football Association, UEFA, is poised to appeal for stalling the FIFA election schedule for tomorrow. The European officials are voting today calling for the postponement of FIFA election. The UEFA has said that the latest development highlights massive irregularities within FIFA. The UEFA has said that the FIFA Congress needs to be scrapped and a new election should take place in 6 months' time. In the meantime, Asian Football Confederation has continued with its support for incumbent FIFA President Sepp Blatter, who is running in tomorrow's election for a record 5th time. The other contestant in fray is Jordan's Prince Ali bin Hussein. The FIFA election landed in fresh controversy 2 days ago when 6 top brass FIFA officials were arrested on corruption charges. And before we wrap up, here is a reminder of the main stories. President Yadav calls for national unity in the aftermath of the earthquake to rebuild Nepal. Government to mute Republic Day celebrations with due respect to the ongoing crisis. Preparation underway to reopen schools on Sunday. Government requests parents to inspect school buildings before sending their children. Hospitals in India struggle to cope with an influx of victims of a blistering heat wave. Death toll crosses 1,500. And international cricketing bodies freeze funding worth 100 million rupees to Cricket Association of Nepal for failing to hold the annual General Assembly. Well, that's all for now. Up next is the Nepali News Bulletin. Keep watching Kantapur Television. Good night.